Ay, magandang gabi sa inyo mga kamanggagawa. So, importante niyo malaman paano mag-prepare ng sermon. No? Number one ay preparation stage. Contemplate, pray, study, meditate. Importante ito kasi mahalaga ito. Secondly, stage is compile, assemble. Lahat ng mga ideas mo, compose, and write it that o jot it down para meron kang recovery kung sakaling kailangan mo balikan sila. Convey. You need to speak it or deliver it or communicate it. Sa iyo muna personal, okay sa iyo, sa family mo. Mahalaga din yan eh. Practice stage yan, ang tawag yan. The other one is comprehend. Know, understand, and make aware kung ano yung nais mong bigkasin, ang nais mong ituro sa kanila. Okay? Another product stage. Convert. Recognize. Lahat ng sinasabi mo, i-accept mo din yan, paniwala mo, believe what you are found in the Bible. Consummate. Mamove ka dapat. O mag-act ka. Magkaroon ng change. Marami ngayon nagsisermon, more in knowledge. Walang experience, walang authentic experience. So, importante yung change. How to make ideas stick to the mind. Number one is be creatively redundant. Be meaningful and relevant. Pandemic. Use memory aids. Engage their senses. Provide fresh perspective on old ideas. Use simple words and be concise. Kung ang topic niya ay COVID o ang pandemic o whatever, dapat concise ka. Engage the audience mind in emotion. And lastly, make the audience feel intellectual. Alis sila na mayroong iniisip. Okay? Pangalawa, yung tinatawag na structure of a sermon. Introduction. It sets the stage for the expression of the main idea. Number two, body. It should express or expand the main idea. And third, conclusion. It reinforces the main idea and summarizes the body. So, importante yan. Ang bawat part niyan ay merong tinatawag na normally linked by transitional statement. Kasi kung wala, puro kwento na lang, magkakaroon tayo ng problema. So, dapat meron transitional statement from introduction, body, and conclusion. So, yun yung mahalagang bagay na dapat i-discuss ng isang pulpit minister. Okay, the other one is introduction. Sabi ni Dr. Haddon Robinson, every sermon has introduction. The issue is whether the introduction is effective or ineffective. If I don't make the incision and the introduction, the operation won't work. So kung ang introduction mo ay hindi effective, magkakaroon ka ng problema. So yun yung nakakalungkot pag-akyat mo sa pulpit. Pangalawa, a sermon is an introduction will be effective only if it achieves three fundamental functions. Number one, it must grab attention. To grab the audience attention, present an arresting thought within 30 seconds or 25 words. So it must grab attention. Yung bang pag-akyat mo, napansin ka na kaagad. Pangalawa, ask probing questions. For example, if you were arrested for being Christian, would there be enough evidence to convert you or convict you? Second, what would make you happier, winning $1 million o seeing someone to Christ? Anong papasayo? Magkapera o mag-share ng gospel? What do you suppose would be the first word that Jesus would say to you when you get to heaven? Wow! Gandang tanong yan, no? Pupunta ba sila talaga sa langit? Okay? The second one, at the third one, make a thought-provoking statement. Ano ba ito? Many of us would be ashamed to look Jesus straight in the eyes if he were suddenly appear today in this pandemic time, in this moment, biglang dumating ang ating Panginoong Isus. Ano kaya? Second, scientists say that the night is darkest just before the break of the dawn. Wow, provoking yun. The greatest hypocrites I ever found inside in the local church. Wow, yun ang nakakatakot yan. Then tell a story, a personal experience, a moving testimony, or interesting anecdote, a historical event, a current news item. So, kagaya na yun, yung mga grab to attention, a picture of story, or others. May ginawa kang mabuti, yan. Pwedeng how to grab attention. For example, ang topic mo ay blessing, pwede mag-grab ka ng attention, maghagis ka ng tig 1,000. Pwede rin yun, kung kaya mo. Okay? So, importante meron kang grab attention. Okay. How to grab attention? Ito yung tinatawag na biblical sayings. Okay? Quote a biblical saying. Jesus said that unless you were born again, you can never enter the kingdom of God. Another one is, you want to be great? You start by washing someone's feet today. Naalala ko, mga hinugasan ko ng paa. Talagang, nakakatuwa. Jesus tell us that love our mother-in-law. He said, love your enemy and do good unto them. Medyo quote ang biblical saying na naman. Love your enemy and do good unto them. I hope na walang enemy na mother-in-law kayo, ano? Okay? Another one is, a sermon introduction will be effective only if it achieves 3 fundamental functions. It must surface a need. Dapat may need talaga. The surface a need, identify life condition in the life of the listener to which a biblical writer addresses. To surface a need, ask yourself, what does your audience specific spiritual needs? Ulitin ko, yung surface ng need ng ano mo is dapat merong audience specific spiritual needs. Ano yon? Baka hindi na prayerful ang mga nakikinig. Hindi na Bible reader na yung nakikinig. Dapat meron ka doon tinatalakay. Okay? Kami, family altar kami every night. Okay? Third, it must introduce the sermon. To introduce the sermon, begin by stating the audience need and where it surfaces in the passage. Then state how the main idea connects. Okay? So ako, every Sunday po nagbibigay ng tinatawag na devotion. Kung ang topic ko ay abundant blessing, so I will speak about blessing. I receive the blessing, I share the blessing, and then speak about blessing of God, goodness, and faithfulness. So dapat authentic yung iyong ginagawa sa pag-stated ng audience need. So, importante yan. To expound an idea, a point in the outline, you have to do 3 stages. Una, explain, relate the meaning, and illustrate to understand. Okay, importante yan. Secondly, prove for them to believe and be convinced. Kumbinsido ka ba sa sinasabi ng Biblia. And apply. Help them put the idea into word. For example, ang topic mo ay giving, dapat ikaw mismo as a preacher ay nagpapakita how to give your time, your talent, or treasure, or technology. So, importante yan. Important of a sermon, number one, it allows the audience to know the sermon is on its climax. Dapat nakikita nila yung climax. Excited sila doon. It gives the audience a chance to make final review. Third, enable the audience to make a rational decision. Kung giving yan, gusto kong maging mapagpapala. It gives the audience handle to grasp. Kapag ang isang tagapagsalita ay walang authentic experience, mahirap magkaroon ng rational decision ang isang tagapakinig. Sasabihin lang yan, ang ganda ng sermon mo, na-bless ako. Pero hanggang dun lang, hindi na-i-apply sa buhay. So yun yung nakakalungkot kapag nakarinig sila ng mensahe. Na-bless sila. The summary. A conclusion should be a summary of the message that involves a restatement of the main idea. The second one is the movement of the development of thought ay nadon. And there must tie the flow of thoughts together in a clear, conscious manner. So, importante na yung message mo sa conclusion ay nagko-connect lahat dun sa main idea o sa statement. Kaya napakaganda kung ang sermon mo ay meron tinatawag na emotion, mental, physical, spiritual, financial, natatalakay siya eh. Yung mga ganong conclusion. Importante. Okay. 4 fundamental characteristics of effective conclusion. Number, elevation. There should be an elevation of passion to conclusion. Ano ibig sabihin nito? The aim of which is to bring the thought and emotion on the message to climax. If you, the preacher, are not moved by your message, don't expect your audience to be moved by it. Ano ibig sabihin? Kung ikaw mismo na preacher, hindi man lang na-bless doon sa message mo at hindi ka nga na-move mahirap yan. For example, nagpakain si Jesus ng mga bata at sinasabi mo, kailangan din magpakain ng mga bata at hindi mo naman ginagawa, ay wala din. Wala kang feeding program sa church mo. Ay, napakahirap yan. Nasa yung salitang compassion to the community. Jesus has compassion. Application. A conclusion should call the audience to make a decision or a verdict of the message. Importante na mayroong hamon. On the basis of the truth presented, it should help them decide what behavioral step they will make. Wow. Kung magagalitin ka na preacher at sina-challenge mo na maging be patient and perseverance yung mga tao, hirap yan. Impatient ka. By suggesting a final application to a whole message in a sentence or 1 or 2. Okay, importante na mayroong hamon ka. Mga kapatid, may nangangailangan po ng tulong dito. Ako na mismo ang unang magbibigay to challenge you to give to. Ganun dapat. Okay? Landing. A conclusion should close the message. Like an airplane, it should be landing only once. The last phrase or sentence should make a significant impression with words that will echo in the mind of the listener throughout the week. Alam mo, parang sinabi mo, ganito po eh. Okay, tayo po ay merong feeding program every Saturday. The message challenging us, the Bible say, be compassionate. Can you say everyone? Can you say that? Be compassionate. Tell your neighbor, be compassionate. So the whole week, lagi magtatanim sa isipan niya, be compassionate. In Tagalog, mag, maging mahabagin ka sa lahat. Mga kapatid kay Kristo, napaka-importante po yung landing. Ano? Importante yan. Okay, ngayon po gabi, salamat po. And I hope you will enjoy. And I pray na kayo po ay mag-subscribe sa aming YouTube channel. And thank you for listening. And God bless you. Ayan po yung mga seat word, ano? So I hope you enjoy ang inyong pakikinig. Yan. Ay yung mga sample ng making an outline. So God bless you and salamat sa inyong pakikinig. At I hope you enjoy this pag-aaral na ito sa gabing ito. Ako po si SD Ray Olivera ng Tanglao Touch Care Foundation and the same time NGO ng Health Community.